Okay. So, yeah, that's how you play Chaostle or Castle. It's kind of a weird name. I don't know, maybe Chaos Castle was taken? I don't know. What'd you think? Uh, a lot of you are going to say, so what you're trying to tell me is that it's sorry mixed with talisman. And, that's fair to a certain point. I mean, it's kind of generalized, if you will. But yeah, I mean, that core mechanic of sending your one guy out, and you got to make sure you roll a 1 or a 2 so you can put the new person out. Then it goes to the next person, rolling the dice, moving the people around. If you happen to land on somebody else, you duke it out, and the person who loses gets sent back, and so. Like I said, it's a fair comment, to a certain point. However, there's a lot more to it than that. There's a ton of little fiddly rules. I mean, you saw those character cards. There's a ton of little powers on those, and each person has like their own separate little identity of things that they can and can't do. And you're gonna be constantly looking those up in the booklet and trying to figure out what it is. I mean, I played this game several times with my gamer group, and I can't see you ever getting to the point where you're like, oh yeah, I know that power, that's just this, go ahead and roll a die, and that's what's going to happen. I mean, you're just not going to catch on, that quickly, and you're just going to be referring back to that booklet constantly. And, and also there's other stuff in the game too. I mean, like the Fateful Five, when you roll that, and you got to roll and see, what something good or something bad happens to your character. So there's definitely a lot of rules and a lot of complexity to the game, but it's also a very simple game. I mean, you're just racing around the board, and whoever can get to the end with one or more of their characters, depending on how you decided to play the game, wins the game. Now, that's a strength too, because I don't think this is a game you want to drag out for a long time. I mean, like take Talisman for example. I mean, what's one of the biggest knocks on Talisman is that it just takes so long, to finish that game out. And this game can be played relatively quickly. Now, I guess, I had fun playing the game, and I'm not going to get rid of it because I simply don't have a game like it in my collection. This is the only game that even comes close to being anything like this. And I can definitely see the people in my game group saying, it's like, let's play that big giant Chaos Castle game again. I know they will. The thing is that I don't know who this game is for. A serious gamer isn't going to like it because they're going to say, well, it's roll and move, it's completely random, I'm playing sorry with 3D Castle, I don't want to play that. But a total light gamer or kids, which I can totally see this game geared towards kids, I mean, it's just, there's too much to it. I mean, and some of the powers are completely unbalanced. I mean, there's a character in the game that can time travel, and they like go forward into the future, and then they can bring back a weapon with them that they can use to blast whoever it is that they happen to be near. And one of the weapons is like a death ray that just automatically kills whoever they're fighting. I mean, it does like 300 points of damage, and the maximum hit points anybody can have is like 49. So, I mean, really? That's a power? I got a guy, his power is he can, make a firewall that'll do 6 points of damage to you. That doesn't seem really fair. And, it's stuff like that I get the impression that the creator of the game is definitely just, going for lighthearted fun with this game. And the power names obviously do lend themselves to it, like, somebody's attack will be the random, acts of violence, the random axe, like an axe, it's stuff like that, and it's just like the game isn't meant to be taken seriously, but like I said, because of the complexity of just all the different rules and things you have to keep track of, it is kind of serious. So, in my opinion, it's definitely a try before you buy game for pretty much everyone out there. I mean, then again, some of you might have watched this and say, that game looks absolutely hilarious, and I think my group would have a blast with it. I'm going to go pick it up. And, I definitely think you should. Like I said, I had fun playing the game. Would I play it a lot? I don't know. Will I play it over certain games? I don't know. But it fills a niche. It fills a portion of my gaming collection that nothing else will fill. And like I said, I definitely can see my group taking it off the shelf and giving it a whirl again in the future, just for the sheer novelty of it. So take that as you will. Maybe it's something you like, maybe it's something you won't, but I hope I helped you make up your mind as far as that goes. So that's Chaostle. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I appreciate any comments or ideas or suggestions you might place down below this video, and I'll try to get those answered or commented on or what have you as quickly as possible. As always, this is Undead Viking. I thank you again for watching this video, and until next time, I'll see you later.